Send me to my grave. Relationship, since neither of us ever really agreed on it, to my knowledge. But I love her though, and I think she loves me. But you know how relationships go. Now check it out now.
She started with the promise of perfect peaceful equality, calling me forth with liberty, justice, honor, and honesty. Probably the reason you get sucked by me if improperly addressing she in my presence, line with pride, just live the dream. Made to believe that deviation from her plan would lead to the devastation of a nation, no one around me. How can this be? Actions opposite of what she preach. Tells me be free, then she over short ends of my leash, and I overlook it. Can't believe that she's crooked. Look at everything she done, plenty blessings I took from just the thought of it gives me sugar. Double cross me, she wouldn't. Couldn't fathom the plots and plans against a man when she cooking. Come on, put it. Know I love you and it's grown since birth. Elementary, learn your offended you to dirt, so
Send me to my grave.
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, yeah.
Send me to my grave.
What? Big bitch gon' be the death of me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I say yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
got a big mean woman.
Check it out now, lately she's influenced by power, corruption, money, greed. Funny thing, and folks invincible with something she needs. Barely feeds her own seeds, trapped and struggling at home. I know she see me bleed, she disrespect, once more I'm gone. Tap my paycheck, tap my phone, watch who I hang with the road I'm on. Once take the bank, it's illegally on. That right there, fucking start wrong. I think bitch is officially on. I ain't giving up till one of us gone. Talk to me to make the real point of the song. Hitting a patriot about to be known. Gotta be the oath to the Constitution. And run you, better watch you doing. French little mo, keep trying to ruin. Rights we were born with, we ain't gotta prove them. How are you abused? Got shit confused. You work for the people, don't serve you. I'ma say it one more time, better watch you do. Big brother, little boy sees you. Catching out on the James schemes. Capitalist, corporate, federal money machines. Pharmaceutical companies that target genes. Fluoride in the water and food causing disease. Mainstream media dumb us down. Only politicians running into the ground. The one we lost, we don't know where to go. And it's to a savior, NWO.
Send me to my grave.
Oh no, I don't think so, baby.
Send me to my grave.
Big bitch won't be the death of me.
Good evening, YouTube. This is BNN, Biker News Network. Want to touch on a couple of things. As you guys know, DMX passed on Friday at White Plains Hospital. So this week coming, there will definitely be a lot of memorials and vigils. And of course, there's going to probably be several write-outs going to his funeral services. So stay tuned for that. We will definitely post as available. I also want to say rest in peace to Ace from Hood Riders, who had his services on Saturday up in Yorktown Heights. This Saturday just passed. Unfortunately, one of their members, Speedy, was leaving the funeral and he passed as well. So rest in peace now to Speedy from Hood Riders, and my condolences to Hood Riders and their family, and Speedy's family, and Ace's family as well. I also want to touch on this week. We have a couple of events coming up. We have the Wicked Wednesday new location in Brooklyn, I believe. Contact the contact people that's on the flyer on my page. On Friday, we have Park and Chill with Meatloaf at his barbershop in Brooklyn. On Saturday, we have Hustle King's 5-year anniversary, which is going to be hosted by Auntie April. It's going to be very exciting. Going to be a lot of vendors, a lot of food, a lot of different things. Come out and see what's going on. Saturday night, we followed by 730 Boys, who has their annual bike night in Staten Island. And on Sunday, we're going to have the premiere of Sugar Cypher's podcast launch party, which will be in Queens as well. Other than that, that's pretty much it for now. I guess see you guys next week with BNN News. Take care.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Gymkhanajosh, and welcome to Beyond the Apex, where we talk about motorcycle everything and then some. We had some real somber news this past week. We had some legends in the bike life pass away, and our guest tonight is going to talk on at least one of these legends that impacted this bike life. But before we get to that, if you look over to my left, And to your right, you'll see my co-host Butter. Butter, what's up with your brother? How you doing, man?
Was good, Eddie? Yo, chilling, man. Just chilling, getting ready for the big
Yeah.
events this weekend. Crazy week, as you see, Bills and kind of mentioned it in the Biker Network news stuff going on. So tomorrow there is an event. Black City and Kristen are having their event tomorrow at a private location. DM for location. We also have an event. I think it's Thursday or Friday. Llama has a really great event out in Jersey. They've done several bike nights out there that are pretty dope. If you look at my Instagram, I'll have it posted this week. And then Saturday, of course, is our 5th anniversary. But between all that, there's a lot of memorial rides. So just keep posted. I know Hollywood is part of something that's going to be big. Our guest tonight, part of the original core Ruff Ryders. This man don't need really no introduction. If you know the game, if you're a stunner, if you've been in the motorcycle game, this guy's got well over in the game. He's a legend himself, original Ruff Ryder, Fubu rider. I want to introduce to everybody a dear friend, old buddy, musklover in the building.
Yo, what's up, butter?
What's going on?
Musklover in the building.
Yeah.
Ruff Ryders, I mean, if anybody keeps the name alive under this bike scene, it's definitely you, man. He's got the OG ride out. He's part of something that I don't think people, except for him and Jamie, do such a memorial for fallen riders and riders of the past. He does something that really touches me. He goes to fallen riders' homes and goes with the family after his event. It's pretty dope. We'll give you more details on that, but we want to just let Musk take the floor and just reminisce about the Max and how it all began.
Yo, this is Musklover. Yo, it's a sad time right now, y'all. Everybody's mourning X right now. Yo, it goes way back to I can remember hanging out with my buddy Wink 11, Craze One, the Queen. My man Beast 9000, Fabian. So many of us, man. I could go on forever. But this weekend is like really hard, man. DMX is the great, man. I don't care what nobody says. DMX had demons, but DMX was the fucking greatest that ever did it. And his bike life wouldn't be like it is right now. When X came out with that album, they went to the hood. They was looking for some bikers, to do some stunts. They came across Wink 1100. Wink 1100 don't need no introduction. Everybody know Wink is the greatest that ever did it on the bikes in the hood. Shout out to you, Wink 1100. Yo, it's crazy.
No sprocket, no third brake. He did it. He did it all raw.
We did it all raw. No sprockets, no brakes. But shout out to the new generation today though that's doing their thing though. But we ain't have none of that stuff back in the days when we got busy. We just did it straight wild with it. But to make a long story short, to talk about they was looking for some guys to do some videos. They came to the hood. They found Wink 1100. I was Wink 1100 right hand man, along with my man Beast, Craze. It was a bunch of us. We used to all hang out on Fountain Avenue. We came through. We would do a Wink parade every year. We would get together, do the Wink parade.
That's by the Bruckner, right? Wasn't that the Bruckner, right? Under the Bruckner, they used to close the Bruckner down.
The Bruckner. That's like how this bike thing started. They would see us all wilding out. Got all the fans, everybody. We had kids, parents, everybody. They was loving us when we come through Harlem. They had a video shoot. We jumped up in that video shoot. We killed it. X and was doing their thing. It just took off from right there. We went from hood dudes to we was well known over time, man. From DMX. DMX dropped that video, Stops. Y'all know the anthem. It was crazy.
I wish I had it on play right now. I'd just play it right now.
Yo, it was just crazy. If you could just see, it was so many bikes there. Everybody was there. Yo, I'm telling you, this didn't think it was gonna get this big. It just went crazy. Next thing you know, Ruff Ryders, they signed Wink, had us under him. Yo, we was traveling. Yo, we was getting paid to do stunts. Yo, they could make videos all day for X. Sometimes we'd be in the video. Sometimes we wasn't in the video, but we still got paid. Yo, and they send us away. Yo, it felt good. Like, yo, I was a kid from the hood. I was young. I ain't never been nowhere out the hood, but like the Ruff Ryders, yo, they took us all over. Yo, we had a ball. We was like a street team promotion team on bikes. We would go to every city. We would be wilding out. But X got there. We done been in the town before they got there. We done ripped up the streets, ripped up all the clubs. Like X gonna be here, he performing. We already got the town lit. They sent us to the next town. Yo, they sent us to the next town. We doing the same thing. We wilding out, hitting up all the clubs. Got the ladies coming out, jumping on the bikes with us. No clothes on, no nothing. Yo, we just had the time of our life.
I remember those days.
When I say right now, I'm lucky to still be with my wife today. Yo, it was crazy. Yo, we just out of town. It was just ridiculous. We was living a dream. We was like, oh, it was like bananas.
I got pictures with you and some girls in some bikinis too.
Don't let those leak. Don't let those leak.
You wanna buy those off me, man?
Some of them linked out already. Some of them linked out. Yo, but yo, X was just one of them guys, man. Yo, it didn't matter who you was. Yo, if you roll with him, yo, they just showed love to you. Yo, he said a prayer for us everywhere we went. It didn't matter. Yo, before we about to do stunts, anything, before he performed, yo, X would just, pray for everybody before we get started. If he ain't know you was around. He's praying for you too. X is just, there's never gonna be another X again, man. Yo, X got along with everybody. When I say non-racial, anywhere he go, everybody love X.
Yeah.
Yo, you had Hell's Angels and everything loving DMX. You had everybody loving X. Yo, it didn't matter what color you was, white, black, Chinese, whatever, wherever you go, DMX, he was the man. You never seen DMX with a bodyguard. You never seen none of that. X was just X. X was just real, man.
You know,
he wasn't looking for no trouble, but sometimes things happen, things occur, but he wasn't looking for no trouble,
One thing I noticed about DMX over the years is that
so much.
Like they say, certain artists, they break barriers. Those are what separates, an artist from a great artist. And I could definitely tell DMX, he brought a lot of people together from a lot of different cultures. You talk about the bike life, you talk about the hip hop life, the streets. He brought all these people together, and he probably merged a lot of that together. Whether they were into the music or they were into the bikes, they brought all that stuff together. That's a beautiful thing.
Yo, and then another thing, X wasn't flashy. He didn't care about chains. He didn't care about Lamborghinis. None of that. X was just street. All he cared about, if you gave it DMX, him and his dogs, he was happy. He was good. He ain't need nothing. Yo, X was just that dude. X was just
for those
that dude.
people. For those people that don't know, DMX went triple 3 times in an 18-month period on 3 different albums. There's no other artist in the history of music that's done that. Basically, selling almost 10 million copies in 18 months like that. That's never been done before. I don't think anybody else could do that.
True.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I can remember, you had so many tours. You had like the Cash Money tour. You had like the Rockefeller tour. X, Jay-Z. Everybody was like back in the days. You just see X, you see Jay-Z. You just see them coming out at the same time. X, Jay-Z, X, Jay-Z. It was just like a era.
I think that was probably one of the hip hop's greatest tours. I mean, there were so many people on that tour. We had Ja Rule. You had X, you had Jay, because it was a Def Jam Rockefeller collabo.
Yes.
I mean,
that was crazy,
that's probably one of the best collabos in rap too. You know, when you had Jay, you had X, you had Rule, you had all those guys on one track when everybody was on fire.
Yo, they was on fire, man. Yo, it's just so much love to DMX, man. Yo, DMX, shout out to X, man. Shout out to the whole Ruff Ryder family. Shout out to D. Shout out to Y. Shout out to they family. Yo, I just want to take this
So
time out, man. Just
a,
say,
a
yo,
lot of people a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of history behind just not only the Ruff Ryder brand itself, DMX. There's a lot of things that came out of the Ruff Ryder, the whole marketing thing behind it. I mean, for those people that don't know, and we would just recently talk about this, a lot of you guys that ride T-Rexes don't realize that the T-Rex was invented by a Ruff Ryder man himself. We were just talking about him, Blue. He kind of actually invented that thing. Am I correct, Mus?
actually, the T Rexes was made out like in the West Coast. It came to like Florida, but we was the first ones with them joints. So when they came up, when they came here, yo, Ruff Ryders was the first one to get them, tag them things up. The R's all on it. Nobody never seen them before on the East Coast. They was on the West Coast first. But when they got here, we was the first ones with them.
And for those of you that need proof, for data proof, you can look up the Bubba Sparks Jadakiss Ruff Ryder video. That Blue is in there with the T-Rex on there. I never forget because we was at that video shoot.
That was crazy. Yo, when I say we was on Jamaica Avenue, the Coliseum, we was on the Brooklyn Bridge, we was everywhere. Yo, the police was stopping them everywhere we went. They was like, yo, them not street legal. What is that? They don't even. What is that? Nobody knew what the T-Rex was. We got to Manhattan. It was crazy. They pulled Wink over. We had to be by like Madison Square Garden or something. The police, they were so mad. They was like, yo, what is these dudes doing with this? How can they afford this? They was like, they jumped out at the time, Wink 1100. You know, we be wilding out on the bikes all the time. So his license was like suspended at the time. We got pull over in the T-Rex. They was like, yo, this ain't go nowhere. I need somebody with a motorcycle license. Yo, Blue jumped out. Yo, this license, yo, we was out again. They were just mad. They just stopped us. They want to know, like, yo, how much these things cost? Who are these guys? They was like, yo, that's the Ruff Ryders. It's like the Ruff Ryders. He's like, yeah. They like, who's the Ruff Ryders? He's like, you know, everybody know who the Ruff Ryders is. Like the warehouse. I said, yo, the office is in down here, right where y'all at. Y'all know who it is. So they was just being funny, you know. They just want to cause some commotion. They stopped up the whole street, but they was mad at us anyway. As we went after that, we left. We shut down the Brooklyn Bridge. We had Big Tigger from Rap City, the basement with us, everything. Shut the whole Brooklyn. Yeah, we shut the whole Brooklyn Bridge down. It was crazy. Stopped the bridge. Did like a little video we was promoting. I forgot what Ruff Ryder volume it was. We had flyers. We threw them all over Manhattan and everything. It was crazy. We had a ball, man. Yo, it's the great times ever, man.
So I know the anthem itself had a lot of different places. So I mean, I can speak from both sides because we was at the version of it. How many people you think were at that first shoot with all the bikes? I mean, there had to be a couple of hundred bikes.
It had to be close to 400 bikes out there that day. It was just crazy because, you know, every year we would do like the Wink Parade. We had like meetup spots. So we did like a meetup spot as if we was doing a Wink Parade. And next thing you know, by the time we got from Queens, which the first spot was Burger King on the Conduit. The second spot was McDonald's on Linden Boulevard. Then we had a spot on Atlantic Avenue at the gas station. Then we get the 125th. Yo, we were so deep, it was like crazy. Like, yo, by the time we get to Hunts Point, yo, we can't even see the line back, yo. You still see bikes when we was on the FDR Parkway still turning behind us, yo. That's how real it was, man.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it's funny because when you do the bikes, the video goes into the Tunnel nightclub. And for those of you that never been to the Tunnel, that never worked at the Tunnel, I was at the Tunnel since '94, and my brother Alpha, my brother Bolo, my brother Omega, all those guys are in the videos. Like, I mean, I was in the crowd, I wasn't working that night, but all my bros are in the videos, man. And X, I mean, I've been to the tunnel for multiple celebrity nights, and X turned that motherfucker out. When they shot that video, it was just so many people trying to get in.
Trying to get in.
Motherfuckers is paying $100 to get online, not to get in the club. They was paying $100 and better to get around the line. Like, yo, my man, can you cut me in?
What's crazy was, it seemed like video after that with bikes. It's just more and more bikes coming, more and more bikes coming. It was like crazy. So many bikes. I'm talking about so many bikes, so many women, but it was no fight and no beef and no nothing. Everybody came together. It was people there that couldn't stand each other. You might have had like Bloods, Crips, everybody there. But when it came to a DMX video shoot, it was like love from everybody. Everybody forgot whatever beef they had with each other, and the bikes, brung bonds. And that's why Hollywood, man. Hollywood, he does his thing. You got our homegirl April. April does her thing too. They does a lot of good stuff. You got LOD that does their thing. Red, everybody does their thing for the community. These bikes bring bonds. These bikes bring people together. A lot of people say, bikes is this, bikes is that. The police, the media, everybody, they got their own opinion of it. But if you look at it, the bikes bring everybody together.
True.
It's funny you say that because I was going to touch up on, and I know you've been involved in the bike game over 20 years. You actually do something that pays homage to a lot of bikers in itself. You have the OG ride out every Labor Day weekend where you get together with the ones that have been out from the beginning, and you pay homage to all the fallen riders from back in the days. Can you give us a little bit about how that works?
That started out a party for me. And my wife, my man, Cowie boy, Nene, rest in peace. That's my brother right there. Oh my God, let him rest in peace. Nene, he was bike life to the fullest too. He could bring anybody together. Nene passed away. We had a big giant funeral for Nene not too long ago. That thing hurts right there. That hurts for real. Shout out to his brother Genge. Shout out to his brother Genge, the whole family, Lex, everybody. I love y'all.
Yeah, Nene and I go back. Every time I see him, and I tell people, you don't know Nene like I know Nene. I knew Nene when he was 100 pounds soaking wet and Fountain Avenue riding around on my four-wheeler.
That just hurts right there. Just to mention Nene names, Nene, that's crazy. I love Nene, Big Mark too, this is crazy, Nene. Now this year we got to do DMX. We got a Nene ride out coming out. July, I think it's 17th, coming out. Everybody's going to get together. They're going to tear it up for Nene in July. It's got a lot of memorials coming up for a lot of fallen soldiers. But I do the OG thing every year. I bring everybody together, all the old riders along with the young riders. I call them the young OGs. They come through. Shout out to he's doing his thing. You got a lot of people out here doing their thing, man. Shout out to Workout Stunts too. It's a lot of people. Shout out to Harlem, man. Shout out to everybody up there, man. Shout out to Superman and his
Go hard, boys.
Like,
go hard, boys. Yeah.
Go hard, boys. It's so many people, City Boy P. It's so many people. I can't name everybody, man, but I just want to shout out to everybody, all the boroughs, all over Philly, New York,
a lot of this unity has come from that original DMX thing.
Yeah.
Actually, Musklover, where you at, actually?
I'm in Baltimore right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Baltimore. I come to New York. I'll probably be up there in a couple of days. This DMX thing, man, this thing's tough to deal with. It's like you don't believe it, but it's true. Every time you turn on the radio, you turn on the TV, everybody's pumping DMX. Every car goes by, it's DMX. I've been here from day one. Like it's crazy. Shout out to Scorpio, man. Scorpio, I love you, yo. You my man. I talk to you all the time. My brother, Craze One, all of y'all. If I forgot
I was
anybody,
just
I'm sorry to you, all of y'all. I love all y'all, man.
I was just talking to Rob.
Let
For
Mob,
those of you that
everybody.
don't know, Rob was DMX's manager, who's a
Boys,
friend of
salute me.
ours. Yeah, I was trying to reach out to John John. I would have liked to have had John John on the show with you guys. We had some
man,
really good
shout out to
moments.
the Hood. But yo, John comes to the OG ride out every year too. We go to, yo man, we go
Let,
to.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When this whole Rough Rider stuff started, like how did it go? Like you sitting down somewhere and they're like, all right, we're gonna start a motor. How did that go about? Like I know they signed Wink. Okay, they gave Wink a contract. They said we're gonna make y'all Rough Riders, but like how did that go? Like how did it set the precedence of all right, who's Rough Rider and who's not?
Yeah, I'm telling you like this. It went from Wink, Rough. I was Wink man. Wink put me down. We had the Queen down. My man Beast 9000. Yo, and before you know it, everybody wanted to be a Rough Rider. They didn't care if they was getting paid or not. They would jump on the tours. They would travel.
Shit, I remember
Everybody,
you had to go
yo,
buy your vest. You had to
yo,
go uptown and get your vest.
yo, yo, it's crazy. Yo, we put out mad DVDs. Well, it was videotapes back in the day. VCR tapes, yo, you're around the VCR tapes. You come right now. You transferring all the videotape footage over to DVDs now. It's like it was crazy, yo. We watching all the
Some
videos.
of the people watching at home right now probably don't even know what a VHS is,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, they don't even know. My son be like, yo, what's that?
I mean, Rough Riders had made such an impact that for those of you that don't know and are now old enough to remember, when Wink used to have his own booth at the Javits Center, it was probably one of the most hype booths. He used to sell these DVDs that would call people out and say that Willie's a garbage. Like he would literally have garbage bags and call out your whole crew and be like, "You garbage." And it was all Rough Rider promoted. It was really great. You know, it was cool. I remember the muscle man suit. Remember the double R muscle man suit?
Yep.
Oh man,
that's Wink.
Yo,
Wink is very creative. Yo, Wink came up. He was like, yo, we making a new video. Yo, we gonna wear suits and ties. He had the ties. They was all twisted up to the back.
Yeah, I remember.
Crazy. Everybody's trying to ride with us. Everybody want a tie like that. They're like, yo, how the hell is they ties stand up like that? Yo, we had a coat hanger inside the top, and you twist the coat hanger, and it make the tie stay up like that. Everybody was like, yo, how can y'all have them ties like that, man? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, we had a lot of videos, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the videos, because a lot of people don't get credit for the stuff they did. A lot of people did a lot of stunts and stuff, and yo,
so that's actually
it was
one
like
thing.
a good era. A lot of people got hurt.
I'm really curious about the exposure to the bike culture.
I was in bad.
After DMX, after Rough Riders really made like a national presence. You know, like how did things really change though? Like from before to, you know, let's say after Rough Riders, after DMX, how did things really change for the bike life, for the exposure?
The bike life, well, you know, some people get older, some people want change, some people start having falling out over stuff, but everybody keep that friendship together. Everybody wanted to step out and do their own thing. So, you know, everybody's still cool. That's why I got the OG ride out every year. I bring everybody back together who stepped off and did their own thing. You know me, I stepped off from Ruff Ryders like in around 2001 or 2, something like that. I got down with Fubu Riders. Shout out to my brother Big Pat. Yo, he came to me. He was working with Next Unlimited at first. Shout out to Next Unlimited. They make all the jackets for everybody. If you got a motorcycle jacket, it ain't by Next Unlimited back in the days, your jacket was whack.
Yo, I just saw a dude in Philly with that shit, and I was like, yo, my man, you old. You just put your age out there, because that's from late 90s, early 2000s, those Next Unlimited jackets.
Word up. Shout out to Next Unlimited. Yo, my man Big Pat was rocking with them. And he stepped off to do his thing with Fubu. He came to a video shoot. We were shooting the Drag On video shoot, and he came to me to the side. Was like, "Yo, Mus, yo, let me holler at you." I was like, "Yo, what's good?" He was like, "Yo, I got a proposal for you." He said, "Yo, Fubu is about to do some things with some bikes and everything. Yo, I know you rocking with Wink and all of them." He was like, "Yo, I ain't stepping on nobody's toes or whatever." He was like, "Yo, but it's a chance for you and a couple of guys to do your own thing. If y'all want to do your own thing." It was like, "Yo, Ruff Ryders Wink." I was like, "Nah, Ruff Ryders, that's my boys." I said, "Yo, that's my boys to the end." But they was like, "Yo, all right, well, just think about it. And if you want to think about it, yo, here's my card. Give me a call." I shouted them out, gave them a call. Yo, I'm from now. I had two brothers that was down with Ruff Ryders with me, Jason and Jeremy. They was the coolest white boys ever. I love them. Shout out to Jason and Jeremy. And
Great brothers, yeah, those are great dudes, man.
They would fight, literally fight each other, because Jeremy was down with me with Fubu, and Jason was down with Wink and Ruff Ryders. So when they get home, they argue who was the best. Ruff Ryders, Fubu, all that, whatever. They would literally fight for real. I'm like, "Yo, cut it out, yo." Yo, it was fun, man. Yo, we had a whole lot of fun on the road. And I got
So I know I remember when we all used to ride together, like even with me and my brother Pretty Tone. Shout out to Pretty Tone, my brother.
Yeah, Pretty Tone. Shout out to Pretty Tone. Yo, I bought Pretty Tone's Ruff Ryder bike from him too. He was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, I'm tired of this 600, whatever." I said, "Yo, Pretty Tone was like, 'Yo, musklover, baby, I'm gonna sell you that bike.' I was like, 'How much?' He said, 'Musklover, this is me, you, baby. I'm not gonna kill you. You're with your family.'" He practically gave me the bike, man, for a cheap price and all that.
He was always giving to it.
Yeah, word up, my shout out to Craze and him. Yo, they put the bike together for me, everything. It was freezing cold. It had to be about 30 degrees outside, but yo, we was thirsty for bikes, yo. We used to ride in any weather. We used to ride in the rain. We used to ride in all the weathers, yo. Pretty Tone is a good dude, man. Yo, I love him. I love his wife, his kids, everybody.
Shout out to my sister Valerie. Valerie, I love you. That's my sister. He married to my sister.
Shout out to Valerie, baby.
Yeah, no doubt. So it's funny that I spoke to him earlier today, and he was so mad that we couldn't get in. But after you guys all, like, because Ruff Ryders started a trend, because G Unit decided to do their own thing as well. You had Fubu Riders, you had Rush.
Shout out to my brothers, BJ Muhammad. Yo, they started that G Unit thing. They was real cool with 50, cousins with 50, all that. They did that. They put Wink onto that with them. Yo, that was good. Everybody started doing their own thing. Wink had, left the R's and started doing things with G Unit. Wink started doing a lot of stuff on his own. But Ruff Ryders kept going, because that's Ruff Ryders. Ruff Ryders is a big family. It went into the bike club, situation where shout out to J Boss TV. All his bike club members, yo, I love J Boss. Yo, J Boss is if you ain't been around J Boss or been on J Boss TV, you don't know what you're missing, boy. That brother is cool. Shout out to J Boss, the whole family, man.
So now, a lot of people don't realize that once the Ruff Ryders started, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you're a better historian to this than I am, because I was always on the back end of it. Most people know that Jaji's the first lady of Ruff Ryders and still is, and she represents.
That's right. She still rock Ruff Ryders to this day. I love you, Queen. Queen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Anytime she's in town, if you know the Queen shows everybody love. It don't matter who you are. If you go somewhere with her, she makes sure you well taken care of. You don't gotta worry about nothing. If you're a person that's coming somewhere and you feeling left out, like, yo, man, I don't want to go nowhere, brother. Yo, I don't got no money. I don't got this, whatever. Like, yo, chill, man, we got you. The Queen got you. Yo, she shows love to everybody. And yo, every time she come to town, me and my man Beast 9000, and we go meet up in Manhattan. Yo, she bring us to the crib. She cook for us. Yo, the Queen, she just like love. That's my sister right there.
So I want to send my condolences to her as well. So her uncle was married to my aunt, and he just passed away this week. So my condolences to the Queen and her family.
Queen,
our
I
family.
love you. Sorry for your loss, baby. Sorry for your loss.
But we also have
I got a granddaughter right now. Her nickname is Yaya, right after her. Boy, yo, she's crazy just like her, yo.
So we also had some brothers that passed away. The Hood Riders were actually at a funeral, and on the way back from the funeral, they lost another brother. So I want to send my condolences to the Hood Riders, to the Hood Rider family. We sorry for you, man. Actually, one of that went down. Yeah, I actually.
People, man.
It's,
I've seen a lot of people. I witnessed people on the highway. I could be racing on the highway, speeding. It was a new rider with us, and I don't know who this guy was. He was riding with us all day. We out in Queen Wink, a couple other guys. We riding out in Coney Island. This guy rode with us all day long. We didn't know who he was. He just was riding with us like, yo, I'm riding with the Ruff Ryders. He's like, yo, what's up? We open arms, everything. We get to Coney Island. The police pulled up in back of us. The guy wasn't chasing us or nothing. He panics. He runs right through a stop sign, right through the light. He hits a city bus from the side, full speed, died instantly. We didn't know why he ran or nothing. The police came. They was laying on the ground. The bike was stolen. We didn't even know the bike was stolen. We didn't even know. The police was like, yo, what he running for? We wasn't even chasing y'all. And what's crazy is we trying to find out who this guy family is, everything. We didn't know the guy. He rode with us all day. The guy was cool, but we like, yo, we didn't know. Yo, the guy stole the bike. And he rode with us all day. We didn't know the bike was stolen. He hung out with us all day long. And we got to Coney Island. We hanging out on Coney Island. And that was just a sad day in Coney Island, man. The guy just ran. We didn't know what happened. The guy went full speed into a bus. And he just died right there on the spot. I was like, oh my God, yo, we over there. We like, yo, who is the dude? We was like, yo, he rode with us all day. The police is checking his ID, everything. And they finally get to call the family members and everything. They call them up, and it was like, yo, we was messed up the whole day after that. We was like, yo, that's crazy. We ain't even know the brother, know the guy.
So let's give some of these people a little history lesson on how the Ruff Ryder opened a lot of opportunities for you guys. Even after you guys split, you guys started doing movies, right? Like there's a couple of Ruff Ryders that are in some movies doing stunts.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Iceman. He was in Biker Boys. Shout out to Scorpio. He was in Biker Boys. Shout out to Wink 1100. Shout out to John, the Willie Boys, and Chiole. They did their thing, yo. Everybody did their thing. There's a lot of people,
For those of you that don't know Chiole is a legend. If you do wheelies and you don't know who Chiole is, learn your history. Like this is like history. Must, no offense to you. I know you got history. You're a legend. You've made your mark. But Chiole is special. When I say special, he's like yellow school bus with the helmet special. So I remember, and I'm gonna give you a personal story. We talked about this earlier. Chiole had just came out of hospital, literally that day or the day before. He had a bullet in his shoulder, and so there's a team out in Jersey called Loose Riders. They come meet us up at Cross Bay. We're in Cross Bay, and they come with the bikes, and the bikes had wheelie bars. They had these big 6-inch wheelie bars. And I remember because Wink was like, what the fuck? What was it that you said? You bring training wheels to an event? Like,
yeah, he said, what the fuck is that? You bring a training trackie to the hood? Shout out to the Loose Riders, man. That's history, yo.
Yeah. But then the best part about it is that Wink is like, man, I'm going to send my man to do light work for me. And she sends Chiole to wheelie the bike. Mind you, Chiole has a fucking sling on with a bullet in his shoulder. He wheelies from the Cross Boulevard, across the street from the restaurant. He wheelies from there to the Cross Bay Bridge. Now, if you've never crossed from Woodhaven Boulevard, it's a ride. It's a ride. Chiole did that shit, one-armed, on the gas tank, feet over the visor. End of the day, it was like, that's it. There's nothing else to talk about. If you can't beat, you couldn't beat the kid.
Nicest. You're gonna stay the nicest. Shout out to my man Iceman. Let everybody know Chiole's the nicest. He gonna stay the nicest.
And
we got some history, man.
he's such a humble
Shout out
soul
to
now. He's such a humble soul. Yes. Now, I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm not sure if Pretty Tone was there. Do you remember the day on the Van Wyck when y'all was wheeling y'all motherfuckers must have wheelied the whole Van Wyck from beginning to end, and Beast's foot came off?
Yeah, yo, when Beast leg got messed up, actually we was on Flatbush. We left the Van Wyck. We was riding all through Brooklyn, and we got on Flatbush. We was going to, I forgot where we was going. We was trying to get back to the Belt Park. We was right before you get to Queens Plaza. Wink and Beast threw it up. I don't know what went wrong. Beast does that wheelie all the time. They wheelie in 900 side by side. Beast
His chain came off. His chain came off, wrapped around his foot.
Yo, and the foot peg went straight through his ankle.
Damn. I remember
because he was stuck under the bike. Yo, it was crazy. Me and Crazy, yo. We went to the hospital that day to visit Beast. Made sure Beast was all right. But there were so many bikers out there. Yo, the ride went on. It was just too many people, to be at the hospital. Like, but Beast was all right. Yo, I remember Ben one night. We had to be on 2nd Avenue, 1st Avenue. Yeah. Ben had the superstitions about if he put on his helmet, he always crashes. So he had a girlfriend at the time named Chella. So they ride and we go riding. They put on the helmet. Ben said, I don't like this helmet. Every time I wear this helmet, I go down. She was like, man, put on the helmet. Let's go, whatever. I'm not going back to get the other helmet. Yo, we get on the bike. We leave. We get about a couple of blocks away from Ben's house. Ben throws it up with Chella on the back. Me, Wink, and then we follow him. He wheelies. A cab driver was watching him wheelie with her on the back. He speeds up on the side, races in front of him, and then a light turns red, and then he stops in front of him. Yo, Ben put the four-wheeler down. He smacked the back of the car so hard, he flew higher than the street wire, and he was trying to catch her in the ear. She flew over.
Shit.
Ben came down. He was all messed up. She was all right, but Ben was messed up. You know what Ben said when we rushed him to the hospital? He didn't care about nothing. He didn't care nothing about, is my bike all right? He said, is my bike all right? We like, yo, fuck that bike. Is you all right? He was like, yo, I told her every time I wear this helmet, I crash. I don't like this helmet. Sorry, that's a classic right there. Shout out to you, Ben, man. Yo, I love you, man. We stayed in the hospital with Ben all night. Ben was good, though, man.
Somebody just brought back somebody just brought back memory. You remember Larry with the Tiger Stripe bike? Oh,
yeah, that's Beast. That's Larry. That's Beast. Yeah, that's the whole leg got messed up. Yo, Beast is my man.
I remember because I think he was at Jamaica Hospital when that happened to him. Didn't it happen that he was at Jamaica Hospital? Oh, that was Pretty Tone. I think Pretty Tone was at Jamaica Hospital.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, there's a lot of wheelies that Ruff Ryders. I remember when Wink used to do a wheelie one-handed, opening the Pepsi can, doing figure eights. Nobody was doing that at the time. You had Pretty Tone doing the wheelie backwards on the four-wheeler, sitting on the handlebars, facing the opposite direction, wheeling the four-wheeler. I remember when him and Paulie went at it at Long Island Motorsports, and we had that big Wink versus Fabian event that everybody was like, yo, everybody.
Shout out to my man Fabe, yo. Fabe, I love you, boy. That's my guy right there, Fabian. Yeah, Wink didn't like that. He didn't like that day. He ain't like that day. Fabian went home with the trophy that day. Yo, Wink came to my house every night. He didn't care until he practiced. He wanted to get back at Fabian. He would come to my house 12 o'clock. He would work all day, come to my house 11, 12 o'clock at night. They'd be like, yo, wake up. I'm like, yo, it's midnight, yo. He said, nah, I'm practicing for the Hamptons to get back at Fabe. I was like, yo, it's in the middle of the night. Yo, if you don't come outside, I'm going to rental on my bike. I'm going to rental on my bike and wake up all your neighbors. That's how he was.
Well, Well, for me, the difference. So it was funny because I was a part of that event. I think I came in third place. It was Paulie from Willie Boys. It was Pretty Tone, and then it was me, third place. And then I remember the whole thing with Fabian him, and a lot of people. It goes either way because you know what, Fabian is like 150 pounds lighter than Wink, so there was some things that he was able to do that Wink as a bigger guy. Because if you guys don't know Wink, Wink is like what 6'3", 6'4". He pretty tall. He wasn't little.
Big dude.
He
But
wasn't little.
yo, everybody out there today that you know that's willing, it don't matter what size you is. If you nice, you nice. You got Nene, a big dude, he going crazy. You got Big Mark, a big dude, going crazy on the bike. You got all these big guys on the bike today. It don't matter how big you are.
Yeah, but
You get
I
it in.
mean, but me and Nene sitting on the gas tank trying to do a wheelie, boy, that's a big bike you got to pull out. I remember when me and Nene used to wheelie the Blaster because we didn't even know how to wheelie a four-wheeler. We had to wheelie the Blaster before we could wheelie the Banshee.
Yo,
Man.
Nene, man, I love you. I got so many memories with Nene. Yo, Nene will call my house right now. He'd be like, yo, Musklover, what's good, brother? I'm calling to check on you. Wifey, how y'all doing? Everybody good? Yo, I can't wait to this OG thing. He's like, yo, this bike game is killing me right now. Everybody think they the king in New York. It ain't no king of fucking New York. We all ride together. Yeah, that's Nene. Nene says nobody's the king. We all ride together.
And
Stop all that king stuff.
that was a good thing about back in those days. Everybody gave Wink his respect, but Wink always gave everybody the same respect back. So now what most people don't realize is that when Ruff Ryders was at the peak, there was a lot of hate. There was a lot of haters, and you know that the white boys Midwest started coming at y'all.
Yeah.
Star Boys started coming at y'all
Starboys.
hard.
Yeah, Starboys. But you know what's crazy though is, yo, I went to this when I got down with Fubu. Yo, I went to the Starboy Stunt Fest, and the Starboys, they had little kids at the track, right, that was doing motocross. Yo, I brung Leaky, his brother, and Jamal, and they was called the Young Army Riders. Then none of them never seen them young kids Willie before. Yo, it was Nappy Head. Yo, Leaky, his brother Jamal, Psycho Sid, Chico, all of them. Big Pat brung us all with Fubu to Ohio to the Starboy Stunt Fest, and G Nice was out there too. Yo, the Starboys was telling us like, yo, we can't get on the track. We ain't come to Willie. Y'all too clean. I was like, yo, that's how Fubu dress us, yo. We got new clothes on every time we come out. Shout out to Fubu. Yo, they kept us fresh, kept us fly. Got box clothes in the mail every year. We got paid $500 a month to have Fubu on our bikes. But yo, that's how it is. The Starboys, yo, shout out to the Starboys too, yo.
They had some great riders
on the track. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That's how a lot of people see Leaky the bike star right now doing his thing. Yo, Leaky was out with us when we was young, like little kids, and he was willing with the Ruff Ryders. He was willing and hanging out with Fubu, going to wait when we put him on the track at the Starboy Stunt Fest. They was like, nah, y'all gonna sign a waiver for them because them little kids get hurt or something. Then we was like, yeah. I said, nah, they good. We got everything under control. Yo, they couldn't believe these little kids was willing, man. They had to be like 7, 8, 9 years old, hanging out with us. Yo, me crazy. Go see them every weekend, and they used to be willing. And now Leaky's like crazy right now on the bike. If you go on his page, Leaky the Bike Stars, yo, racing everything.
Even Funk Master Flex. Funk Master Flex, stay shouting them out.
Yeah, stay shouting them out. That kid is nasty. Oh, shout out everybody, though, man. So many people that's nice, man.
I actually emailed them today, so if you can make that connection. I actually emailed them today. I like the history in the bike game. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't realize he was around you guys. No. Leak the bikes, though. He's been around since he was a kid. He's an adult now. He's a grown-ass man.
Yes. And I was in New York this weekend. Yo, I went to go see him. Yo, he got his clothing line going on. He's sponsored by JT Racing. Yo, they got him all over the place. He's like out in Cali. He's out all over. He's doing his thing. Yo,
if you speak to him, let him know I'd like to interview him on the show.
I definitely will. Shout out to Leak, yo. Went to check him out this weekend. He blessed us with his gear. Me and wifey with some Bike Star gear, yo. He was like, yo, OG, I got you. You know, I call him the young OG, my
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
But I'm
So
definitely gonna let
now
you know.
I got a question. How many chapters? I remember when New York was the only chapter at one time. How many chapters of Rough Riders do we got now?
Yo, man, need to count. You got Rough Riders. You got Rough Riders in the Poconos. You got Rough Riders Connecticut. You got Rough Riders in Baltimore. You got Rough Riders in Cali. You got Rough Riders in Carolinas. You got Rough Riders Arizona.
Isn't that
Rough Riders
worldwide? It's worldwide,
Fight
isn't
Club.
it?
Yes,
It's
this worldwide.
worldwide.
Yo, yo. I got people from Rough Riders that hit me up from might be damn the UK probably.
Mm.
Yo, it's
Yeah.
like yo they all over, man. They all over.
I was about to say,
It's
I was
Rough Riders,
overseas for
y'all.
quite a minute.
Yo,
I'm
all
pretty sure I
over.
saw some patches riding around in Japan at least a couple times.
Yes, it's Rough Riders everywhere. Shout out to the Rough Riders. Shout out to J Boss TV. Yo, J Boss got a jet ski Rough Rider team.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that.
I'm dead ass serious, yo. They got Rough Riders on the water.
Next up, Rough Riders and helicopters.
Yo, Rough Riders is big right now, man. Shout out to J Boss, yo, and all the Rough Riders all over the world. Shout out to DM. Shout out to X, your whole family. Yo, shout out to Superman, HB, Hot Sauce, all that.
Oh
Husky,
yeah, absolutely. You remember when the, for those that don't know that are part of the Rough Riders that don't, the newer generation, the CEO of Rough Riders had got into a really bad motorcycle accident.
Yes.
And that was very detrimental. Yeah, that was very detrimental to the game. A lot of people were like really fucked up. He was in a really bad state.
Yeah, that was bad, yo. Nobody thought that guy was gonna make it, yo. Shout out to D, man, yo. He went through a lot, yo. To have an accident in a T-Rex, T-Rex is small. I seen someone else have an accident in a T-Rex, and it was crazy. Yo, it's like it had to be like 2 years ago. I literally witnessed somebody do a whole shot in a T-Rex, and it was a car accident there earlier. That guy did not know in a T-Rex. Yo, he slid out of control, full speed into a van. I'm talking about the whole front of the T-Rex just crumbled up, and the fire department had to come and cut him out with the jaws of life, cut him out of it because they couldn't even take the steering wheel, nothing off. This guy was bleeding out his nose, his ears, everything, like Springfield Park. Yo, that's the craziest thing I've seen, man. I was like, oh my God, too fast, man.
So now I know, and I'm not much to put like labels on people, but I know you've seen a lot of bikers in your life. You see a lot of wheelie guys. I'm pretty sure you follow a lot of people on social media. And we're not crowning anybody, but name your top 5 wheelie guys of all time.
Top 5 guys, wheelie guys. You putting me on the spot right now.
I'll give you top 10. Let's make it top 10. In no particular order, just your top 10.
I'm gonna go with, it's just so many guys out there that's nice. I go with my man, Nice Ruthless Tactics from New Jersey. Hollywood, everyone loves Hollywood. Hollywood's worldwide. What he do? It's like so many people I can't name. It got workout stunts. Yo, he gets on any bike. It don't matter if it's a 4-wheeler, a dirt bike, anything you put him on, he's gonna wheel you. Most street bike, anything. You got Sleeky the Bike Star. He's killing the dirt bike game. You got so many guys like Chad 5. You got so many guys. You got people from Uptown, City Boy Peep. You got the whole Harlem. K Miles. There's too many people to name, man. It's just like, yo, Gingay, Nene Brother. You got Flox 516. If y'all follow him, if you need a DJ, that's DJ Red. You got Big Mark Flox. There's too many to name, baby. Too many to name. I could go on and on and on forever. Shout out to the ladies that's doing their thing too, man. There's a lot of ladies out there doing their thing. Shout out to Little Bish, everybody, yo, all them chicks out there doing their thing, yo. It's just too many people to name, man. I go on and on. You got the Freedom Blocks family. Shout out to y'all. They be blessing me with the clothers from Freedom
Freedom,
Apparel.
freedom blocks. So, you know, when I look at Freedom Block,
Shout out to Graphics X, yo. They keep the OGs and them fly ass shirts every year.
I think Freedom Blocks is
Dynamic Will, shout out to you, baby. Shout out to everybody.
Freedom Blocks is kind of like the new movement in New York, like how you used to guys use. Like, you know, I remember when as a kid, even when Wink and Jaji first started, they used to come pick us up. And you know, you guys be on. I remember when they used to have the 4-wheelers, they'd be driving through the cemetery by my house and all that shit. And y'all would come with police already chasing y'all. Cause I remember,
you know how I used to be in the back of the Bay Ridge.
Yeah, of course, that's my hood. Yeah,
we used to be crazy. The police is crazy over there, yo.
I remember we used to get chased from Bay Ridge to Wink's job. Remember when Wink used to work at the group home by Fulton? Yeah. Because a lot of people don't realize that.
Check this out right here, right, yo. I remember one day I'm listening to Beast. He tells me to turn up the one-way on Jaji's block. He does it every day because they only live a couple of houses from the corner. I was like, nah, I'm going around the corner. He was like, nah, go ahead. Go, just turn up the block. I do it all the time. So I'm riding Beast. Beast had a GSXR. I listen to Beast. I pull up, I turn up the one-way. The police is coming down the block. They see me turn up the one-way. They see me get on the sidewalk. I jump off the bike real quick. The cops come down the block. They said, who was just riding that bike right there that just came up the one-way? So nobody says nothing. So the cop, nobody says nothing. He says, so nobody's going to tell me who was just riding this bike up the wrong way, right? So nobody says that. So the cop says to the little kids outside, the ice cream truck came. He said, hey, kids. They was like, yeah. They said, if you tell me who was just riding that bike right now, I'll buy y'all ice cream. They said it was Word up. I said, yo, Beast, look what you got me. Look what happened to me now. Tickets, everything, yo. And it was crazy.
The good thing about coming to Bay Ridge, though, is that you needed to get away from the cops. We had Sunset Park to ride through, and it had multiple exits. So if you knew the park, you knew how to get the hell out of it because the park separated 2 separate precincts. So if you knew how to get out of the park, you can escape from one precinct to another because that's what we used to escape through. But
that was the joint. I used to go visit Pretty Tone too, and I used to get chased around his area.
He was a couple of blocks away.
Yep. I would just jet the Fort Hamilton and take that straight down. Always traffic on there turning into Caton Avenue.
Yep. We lived a block away from each other, so I remember all those good old days, man. Those are days I don't think we could ever get back. There was times that
I remember all the parties Jaji had at our house. Jaji had parties for 3 floors. Spanish on the top, reggae on the bottom, hip hop on the bottom, yo.
For those,
no one threw a party like Jaji.
And there was always girls. Jaji always had the girls, man. I remember I was younger. I'm a little bit younger than y'all, but I remember going up there and I'd be like, wow, look at all these hot mamas. Like she used to bring them out.
I stayed in trouble. Over there. Yeah, I'm talking about it was crazy. Every time you come to Jaji house, you better come with more. You better come with an extra helmet. If you ain't come with an extra helmet.
True. I remember buying my first bike. And the first meetup I went, because I remember it was like 96. I bought my first bike, and I was in front of Jaji's house like, boom, 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 what up? And she's like, oh, shit, little cat's got a bike. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, come on. And she put this girl on my bike, and my whole back seat went down. Her ass is so big. My back seat hit the tire. I was like, what the fuck? She's like, you better handle that.
Yo, Jaji stayed with all the honeys for y'all. They probably gonna be mad at me right now for telling this story. Yo, Jaji and Wink had a bet. If he lose the bet, he had to get on a bike and ride with a dress and everything on. Wink lost the bet. He had to ride through Bay Ridge with a dress on a cruiser. Yo, we laughed so hard. Yo, we had to jump on the bike, ride all through Bay Ridge with a skirt on, man. Yo, that was bad funny. Yo, we was laughing so hard. We never let him live that down, man. That was funny, man. That was some funny times, man.
I'm actually got to ride her uncle's bike to the house of the youngest daughter. She called me today and she asked me to actually ride her father's bike over to the house. So I'm gonna be doing that this week. But yeah, we could go on for days with stories. Oh man,
Yeah, man.
shout out
Yo,
to all the people.
yeah, shout out to John and the Willie Boys. Yo, I love John, man. John was like one of my top 5, 10. Yo, John, the Willie Boys, him, Paulie.
Rest in
Man,
peace, Paulie. I had a lot of good
yeah,
times
rest
with
in
Paulie,
peace.
man.
Yo, we used to ride to his house too. We get up on
Yeah.
the OG ride out. We go with John to Paulie's house.
For
Paulie's family
those
come
of
out.
you, that don't know, that Statue of Liberty pose, that was Paulie, Willie Boys. He started that shit. For those of you that don't know, I remember always riding with him at Fountain. He would do that Statue of Liberty pose on the quad. He would be the only dude that did that, catching on to that, as far as back as I remember. Whatever happened to, you remember the promotion Ruff Ryder van? What was the kid's name? Sean, the kid with the braids?
Yo, my man name was it was so many ones. My man was Dwight. It was called Drive By Mobile. He had all the vans. It was my man Shobi.
Shobi, that's
yeah,
Shobi,
yeah. Shobi.
He used to do
T Money.
He used to do the.
That was my boys, man.
Yeah, Shobi used to always be in the Ruff Ryder van coming out. Every time we pull up to Fountain, he would pull up. He would get off. He would do his patented burn on the handlebars on the quad. He'd come out, do his thing.
Yeah. Shout out to Shobi. I speak to Shobi every day, yo, man. Shobi hit me up. Yo, he was up for back and forth, girls with kittens all
That's
out.
some good memory.
Man cave. Shobi, that's my boy right there.
You got to tag me on his gram, man. Me and Shobi got some. He used to always be at the house with Valerie and everything. So I remember because people used to be like,
It was cool with Valerie, Tone, all of them, yo.
Because he used to come to the hood in the Ruff Ryder van, all the girls would be like, "Oh my God, the Ruff Ryder van is here! The Ruff Ryder van is here!" You already know, Ma. You already know. We ain't got to worry about that. They ain't realize that we was lit like that.
Yo, all that van had to do was pull up. It was over.
Yeah, man. That van definitely knew.
If that van could pull. Yo, but we had some good times, man. Yo, shout out to Shobi. Shout out to the whole Drive By Mobile team. Yo, we could go on and on and on, man. It's just good memories, man. Good memories. Appreciate y'all, yo.
Yo, we had a
thanks.
We had a lot of people shout out in the chat tonight too. We had a lot of questions, a lot of stuff. Actually, we didn't even touch on everything people were talking about. But yo, shout out to Carlos, Certified Knee Draggers. He was in there posting like crazy, actually asking. Who else? We got H77 Media, photographer from down in Miami. He was saying we need to bring the crew down to Miami. Bills, of course, from the Biker News Network. He was in there.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that used to hook our bikes up back in the day. Shout out to Craze, used to work on the bike. Shout out to Acid, they used to do up our bike. Shout out ODM TV, that was Blue and them. They used to make all the videos for us. Blue and them used to paint the bikes up. Yo, they learned everything from like Scott and Acid. Yo.
That's why, listen. That's why I say the Freedom Blocks family is kind of like an evolved version, because they have their video guy, they have their stunner, like their main stunner, they have the crew, like they move the way we used to move back in the days, and it reminds me a lot of that because they have their little meetups, they go side to side, and they do a lot of stuff, and it kind of reminds me of the old Ruff Ryder days, the way they do stuff.
Yo, it was crazy, yo. We used to go to ODM down straight down Fulton Street, right before you get to Flatbush. They had their little loft over there. We pull the bikes into the freight elevator. We take the bikes upstairs. Yo, we chilling up there all day. They working on our bikes, painting our bikes all up crazy. Yo, shout out to Blue. Shout out to your mother, your father, all y'all. Shout out to all the videos, everything y'all did. But love, man. I love Blue Deuce. I love the man.
Before the bike show at the Javits Center was ever Ruff Ryder booth, was what everybody used to go down to the Javits Center to see Wink and the Ruff Ryder guys. It was always a movie up in there. Like it was always dope. There was always shit talking.
We had a whole lot. We had a lot of people that come, a lot of people that be hating, a lot of people that come there. You got other people there, you know, selling their DVDs, their videotapes in the Javits Center. But the thing is, I never hated on nobody. I showed everybody love. Like, yo, we showed everybody love. Well, Wink used to be the starter. Wink be like, yo, fuck that. Yo, talking shit to everybody. You know, but that's how the videos and everything, yo, got sold, because everybody buy it just to see the beef and all that. It was just friendly bike beef. It wasn't like, yo, I'm going to kill you when I see you, and then, oh, your Willie's is garbage, man. You trash, man. Just like talking trash about you, and it'll make you step your game up. You be like, yo, these dudes are saying I'm trash, man. I'm trash. I'm gonna go practice all day till I get nice. You know, I've seen some dudes get hurt trying to get nice. I've seen so many people get hurt. I got hurt. Pretty Tone got hurt. Yo, I did the drag-on video. I had stitches in my eye. Yo, I had stitches in my eye. I had the full face on. Yo, I got into an accident. It was my wife. I come home one night. She was like, yo, take me riding. I've been riding all day. I got this thing when my heart tells me don't ride your bike, don't ride your bike. Every time you go against your fear, you get hurt. So she put me on the spot that night. She tells me, yo, take me for a ride. Take me tomorrow. No problem. Oh, you can ride all them other bitches on the bike. I see you in the videos of this and that. You can't take me ride. I'm like, come on, we go ride. Yo, we go ride, and we get a couple of blocks away from my house. We turn down this block. A lady's taking the trash out. It's about 11 o'clock, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. She leaves her screen door open. Her little baby, like 2 to 3 years old, runs out in the middle of the street. I lock the front brakes up, let the bike hit the ground. Yo, I slid around the baby. The baby ran across the street. It was an old Cadillac, one of them old Cadillacs with the old chrome bumpers on the back.
Yeah.
Yo, I hit the corner of the car bumper with my eye, with the German helmet on. With the German helmet on, knocked my eye like out of socket. My wife fell off the back of the bike. She slid into the back wheel with the back wheel spinning, cracked 2 ribs.
Damn.
So now the lady comes out. She's like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, yo, lady, your baby is in the street. I could have killed your baby. She said, oh my God, my husband's gonna kill me. What can I do? I said, lady, call the ambulance, please. Just call the ambulance. Ambulance come. It just happened that quick. I didn't want to get on the bike. My wife told me, yo, take me for a ride, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, back in the days, yo, we had mad chicks on the bike, yo. I couldn't hide nothing. Everything was on video. Everything was on video. So, to make a long story short, the ambulance comes. Yo, my wife's about to die. She can't breathe. She cracked her ribs. She can't breathe. They put the oxygen on me. I'm like, yo, don't worry about me. Put the oxygen on my wife. I'm like, yo, let me die. She got to be here to take care of the kids. Just don't worry about me. So now they put it back and forth, yo. To make a long story short, the cops came. They was like, yo, where's the bike at? The bike was going from the accident, everything. So they was like, what happened to the bike? So nobody knows. So I'm asking, like, yo, what happened to the bike? What happened to the bike? They said, because after that, I fell unconscious. I was out cold. They said that I got up I picked the bike up, took the bike home, came back to the accident, laid down on the ground next to my wife. Yo, I don't remember none of that. They said, yo, I took the bike home, got the bike up out of there, wasn't registered or nothing. So I got the bike up out of here. Came back, laid next to my wife at the accident. They was like, yo, the police like, where's the bike? The lady was like, yo, he was on the bike. He says, no way he could have rode the bike. Yo, that man can't see. His eye is all out of socket, everything. So they took me in. They took me to the hospital. Now I'm in the hospital. I don't know if my wife is dead or nothing. I pass out. When I wake up inside the CAT scan machine. And my whole body is in there. I don't see nothing. I can't hear nothing. I wake up inside of machine, all that's like white lights.
Damn, did I die?
And I can't see nothing. That's the same thing I said. I'm in there talking to myself. I said, yo, say word, I'm dead. I'm inside the casket machine. You heard up. I'm in there for a long time. It's freezing cold. They hit the button. I come out. They take me out and everything. I'm like, yo, what happened to the girl that was on the bike? They was like, don't worry about it. She's all right. They said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, yo, just tell me if she is all right. I didn't know if she died or not. They was like, yo, just tell me. So they put me in a room. I hear this lady screaming from the top of her lungs. It's my wife's mother. She was like, "Where are you at? Where are you at?" Killed her. Yo, they come. The mother comes in the room. She sees me. I was like, "Hey, ma, how's she doing and all that?" She said, "Didn't you say you want to spend a lot of time, right? Yeah, I need to spend a lot of time together. Ain't that what you said?" Yeah. So she pulls the curtain back. My wife is in a bed next to me. She said, "Now, I'm holding hands. She got broken ribs. I got patch over my eye, doing reconstruction to my eye to save my eye and all that. It was crazy. But when I got out the hospital, they put stitches and everything in my eye. They was like, yo, the Drag On video shoot is coming up. Yo, you're supposed to be in the video. You're not going to be in the video. All that. Your bike is messed up. Craze came to my house, got my bike, fixed my bike. And he was like, yo, you can't go to the video, but we could take the bike to the video. So I said, yo, let me see my bike. I said, so let me see my bike. I go to Craig's house. Craig's mother's like, you better not get on that bike. I said, no, I'm not gonna get on it. So she goes in the house. I'm like, yo, the sun is hitting my eye. The sun is hitting my eye. I was like, yo, I can't ride the bike. I'm thinking about it.
I want to jump on.
So, yeah, they was like, yo, get in the car. They was like, yo, just get in the car. We take you to the video shoot in the car. I was like, in the car? I can't go no video shoot in the car. So I said, yo, let me see a full face helmet. They was like, what for? I was like, yo, let me just see the helmet. Yo, I put the full face helmet on. I pull the shield down. They had to tint the shield. Yo, I was out.
Good to go. Good to go right there.
I went to the video shoot. Yo, I did the Drag On video with a helmet on. Yo, they was mad. Yo, everybody was mad. His mother was mad. When I got back, they took the keys from me, everything. But I did the video. And
I'm still laughing that you unconsciously still picked your bike up and walked it back to your crib.
Word up.
I was like, I got to take care of this.
Yeah, that was a crazy story, man.
Damn.
Yo, that's crazy.
We got so many stories. It was crazy, man.
Hey, yo,
the next time get me on here, yo, I'm gonna give y'all some footage.
Okay.
I got a whole accident. My whole accident on film at Myrtle Beach. I'm talking about a real crash on the track. My whole ankle, everything hanging off. That's crazy. Real live footage. And I got some raw footage too, you know, I can see. I don't know if I can show it here, but you know, I got some X-rated stuff I can show y'all too.
For paid subscribers.
Paid
subscribers only.
Well, we'll definitely get you back on. We'd like to do a legend show. We'd like to get you, Chilole. If we can get Wink on the show, that'd be great. Even Jaji, I'd love to get you guys on and just reminisce about the old times.
Yo.
But
you reach out to Jaji, Jaji, you do it, Jaji is so late.
No, I know.
You know how Jaji is. You know, you grew up with that. You grew up with us.
It's family. It's family.
You like a little brother, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. But listen, we're gonna wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, we're gonna let you shout out.
Let me give one shout out to your boy. Shout out to Dula, yo. I had to shout out Dula, man. Dula's my man, yo. Shout out to Dula, OGs, all my guys that have been around me, Jason, Jeremy, all the guys that have been around me from day one. Yo, there's so many people that have been around us. Pretty Tone, I wish you could have been on here tonight with me. Yo, but I love all y'all.
Yeah.
My brother Craze. You got to get my brother Craze on here too, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, you gotta send me all their links, man. Any way we could link up their numbers, whatever I can hit them up. Definitely get them on the show. I'd love to do like an old reminiscent show, all you guys together. Fabian, Spanky. I mean, we didn't even go on that end.
Yo, shout out to Fabian and shout out to Fabian's son. Yo, Fabian's son is nasty like Fabian was back in the days. Yo, shout out to Q. Yo, he is doing his thing out there. Like, yo, the little Fabian, little Musk was on a bike for a while when he was little. He broke his arm. My wife said, I ain't going through this shit with him. Get rid of the bike.
Oh man, that's great. Yo, Bus, what day is the OG barbecue? Let's let people know about that. What day is that?
It's Labor Day. It's Labor Day weekend. It'll be on that Sunday. Monday everybody is off because that's Labor Day. So it'll be on that Sunday.
Sunday prior to Labor Day. And where is you said you're gonna be located?
It's gonna be in the same place it was last year. In Springfield Park is right off the Conduit in Springfield. If you're coming from Brooklyn and you're on the Conduit and you get to Springfield, you make a right. You're gonna pass a firehouse, and the park is next door to the firehouse. If you're coming from Long Island and you you get off at Springfield, you would make a left and come over the Belt Parkway and come down the block, and the park's gonna be on your right.
So for those people that are just getting into the bike game or just want to be around people who have history, this would be
and all my food and everything be free. If you want to give a donation, if you want to donate, it's up to y'all. But everything we do, the food and everything be free.
I'm coming for the collard greens. I'm coming for the collard greens.
Hey, come on, have a good time, brother. Hope y'all come on out, have a good time. Bring the cameras with you.
Hey.
Yes, sir. All right, Josh, wrap it up.
Y'all will love that.
Yo, actually, I was gonna say, Butter, what do we got going on this week? We got a lot of events coming up, so let's let the people at home know what's going on.
It's just a busy week. Again, we got Wednesday night, bike night. We have
the biggest thing, in my opinion, Saturday night though. We got the Hustle Kings
Saturday
5-year anniversary.
Yeah, anniversary. Yeah, man, 5 years strong. I mean, I go back to Mus. I mean, I remember as a little kid tugging on Mus's bike, like, "Can you do a wheelie, mister? Can you do it?" Mus, how old are you, Mus?
I'll be 50 this year.
See, Mus got me about 6 years. So I was still in my younger teens when he was already like 19, 20 years old. But he was all over the place. You know what I mean? Like he was out, he was all over, like, So, and learning a lot of this stuff, Fountain Avenue was our practice zone. We actually, police used to bother us and shit, but there used to be a time where as long as we did the right thing, they were concerned with us not going on the private property of this group home that was there. So as long as we kept off the group home property, there were some cops that were cool and would let us have fun knowing that we were staying off the streets. And then you had the dickhead cops that would come and just break chops. But, we had a lot of advantages back then that most of these people don't have now. And it's sad because, that's what helped build us today. And that's what built this community. Look, I haven't spoken to Mus in years, but I called him right away. He got on the show. There's so many people.
I got an OG I'm trying to get to come out this year. Fuck Wild Steve from the Legion of Doom back in the days. I'm trying to get you to come to the OG ride out this year, brother.
Steve, we had some good times, Buck Wild Steve, man. Hell yeah, I remember Buck Wild Steve. But yeah, man, I look forward to.
I got to get Sweets out there too.
Sweets
is a legend. Sweets had the first Ruff Ryder bike that was painted, the white and black GSXR slingshot. That was Sweets. That was the first Ruff Ryder bike painted. Shout out to you, Sweets.
Yep. So, Saturday, I look forward to everybody coming out. It's going to be a really great event. We got the host, D Nice at FLNY, and my big brother Shape from Black City.
Yo, is that the big thing supposed to be at a Honda spot or something? Somebody was telling me something. I don't know. You don't know?
Gotta talk to Bills.
Okay, I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out that information.
No. Say no more. You're talking too much right now.
I got you, my bad. Everybody.
Josh, make sure you edit that shit off the show.
Yo, I apologize, but they was like, yo, Mus, is you coming to such and such, is you gonna be in town?
We're good. Yeah. We're good.
All right, man. Well,
all right, I apologize, but I'm trying to come out there for that.
Yeah, and I hope we'll see you Saturday, man. Good seeing you, brother. It's always a pleasure.
And I wasn't trying to blow y'all guys up. Somebody hit me up today and said, yo, Mus, is you coming to what y'all talking about, man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Yo, another thing too, shout out to Bills too for the Biker News Network. We want to thank him for joining up with the crew and giving us that news updates and whatnot.
Yo. Thanks for y'all having me on, yo. Thanks for y'all having me on.
Yeah, thanks, musklover. And yeah.
Hopefully I can sneak out there Saturday.
Right on. A couple other things to mention before we get out of here. Certified Knee Draggers, they're doing their season opener May 7th and 8th at New York Safety Track. Butter and I will both be there. Butter's actually going to be out there with the rookie riders, teaching people what to do, pointing directions, giving some instruction. I'll be there with the cameras just rolling. And also, Ladies Night. We're going to start doing the Ladies Night coming up regularly once a month at least. Chachi and Kristen, who you probably saw on a couple weeks ago on their show, they're going to be doing that on a regular basis now, so they're working on that. But other than that, all you people at home, thanks for joining in. We really appreciate it. Down below the video, there's a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell notification icon because we do this every week. It'll let you know at the time we go live to join in and watch the Beyond the Apex. We talk motorcycle everything and then some. Me, Butter, whatever guests we have on. Usually have a good time. We always have a good time, honestly. But yeah, come back and join us again. And as I always say, leave this world better than you found it. Peace.